Never mind me while I'm stepping out my circumference. I feel the nerves trickling down. It's life humbling. My words stutter, stumbling, staggered, I'm caught off guard. This the life of a jigaboo, introverted, I'm scarred. Whoa, my murder been the melodies while they sing the choruses. Direct message from Slade saying we need more of it. Paranoia in my state, I see envy at high rates. Now it's crop off the fate, turn great so I fly straight. Was gone for a minute, now I'm back like an X with big factors. I see you turn flat like extinct like some raptors. When I drop fruit purposes and practicing patience, we move to greener pastures. They say in life it's a matter of mastering basics and mastering patience. More time I get tired of waiting. Maybe it's fate procrastinating. The times are bad, sure it really had me sprung. Like she got me doing things that I never do. You thought that we connected when in fact it was trauma bonding. Just leave it up to me to break the rules, never corresponding. My childhood filled with fence climbs and knee scrapes and bikes and kicking it by the street signs. The older I get, I'm trying to lessen any screen time. The bounce back heavy, I rock steady on climb. This world's a fucking loop, the news will pick and choose whatever truth they wanna give to you. I cannot stomach it, so I poop. Oops. When life turns sweeter, the lemon mouths get louder. But I'm amplified with ghosts from God like that boy Fowler. Working like I got that point to prove. But truth be told, the proof is right in the pudding, no point to lose. 60 for the crepes, yeah, I did that just because. She expecting more, girl, you know I'm saving up. Left me on red, well, it was what it was. Never stress over them joints or in downs when times get rough, so I ghost. Long are the days when we was close, and when I see you, it's like two completely different type of ghosts. I approach the weekly fire dropping, which I'm feeding. Still, I don't expect to be the one. Your boy having fun. Still, the songs get spun like Beyblades and teacups. My fun fair to those that ever really know me from jump. So what's up, I've been the one they all depended on like TJ. Now they're dead wilder than a furry knockout punch, leaving them straight stunned. It's hella fun. Through the lot, now you know I'm coming through. When the growth look good on you, best believe they wanna screw now. I've been trying to climb, devil threw me in the dark. Baby, don't be insecure, you can still go make a mark like blow. Could never let them drain my soul now. Blow. Table turning like doorknobs, wow. Blow. I think I'm about to set sail. I'm a walking, living legend, walking with my chest out. Life keep dealing me cards, I keep fitting in love.
What's going on, people? What's going on? It's G. It's Savage. We back in the building this morning. Good morning to everybody who is here. Good morning to everybody. Hope everybody had a blessed weekend. Big up to the ones who won this weekend. If you're a 3-point collector, clap your hands. Smash that like button if you collected 3 points this weekend. Smash that like button if your team won in the FA Cup, unless you're Manchester United. Coventry fans in the building, smash a like button as well. Yeah, I mean, we're with you. We're with you. Nottingham Forest fans, I do feel sorry for you. Smash a like button if you're in the damn building. Savage, talk to the people, man. How you doing, man? How you doing, bro?
I'm alright, man. My morning's a bit off still because I ain't been gymnasium yet, bro. It doesn't feel right.
Oh, you been to the after you'd been already? Okay.
Yeah, I normally go and then everything goes after that, bro. But I had some work to do, man. So I have to wait till lunchtime and then hopefully my session feels alright, man. But apart from that, I'm good, man. You know the gap between your intro, bro, like just after the countdown. It always makes me think of Saw, bro. It fizzes and then I'm waiting for the man to come on.
You know, you're giving me an idea. Maybe I might have to throw that in there. So yeah, you just give me an idea. You just give me an idea. I said I was gonna do a next season. I said I'm gonna change up a few things, like intro, music, whatever. So you've given me an idea, actually.
Yeah,
you've given me an idea, man. But guys, you already know, man. You already know we're here. Fulham versus Liverpool. Liverpool collected the 3 points, 3-1 victory, as you guys can, of course, see on your damn screens. We'll go through like a general kind of thoughts, on the game in itself. I think best place to start off would be, I'd probably say, obviously looking at like the lineup for the game. We obviously spoke, big up Steve in the building, big up Angel in the building. Please no slander on Salah today. We obviously spoke before the game. Obviously, we did like the preview and looking at the lineup and everything. Of course, we did have that leaked lineup. So, we kind of had a feeling as to who was going to play in the game anyway. Looking at the lineup that he did actually put out, what were your thoughts then going into the game, even with obviously with all the changes and that he had made?
So if I'm correct, the leaked on it was exactly right on it.
Yeah, literally.
And I think our query was the midfield. Not
Yeah.
so much not people having the talent, but the fact that Gravenberch hasn't been playing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we would just, I think it was all like, yeah, if we just swap out Gravenberch for Curtis or McAllister, that's it. But it wasn't based on his talents, just he's rusty and we're in the title race on it. So whether people think the title's gone or not, it still feels kind of risky. But that's why I'm not the manager in it. I don't have to make that choice. And if there's any questions about Gravenberch, I'm talking about people when they're not trolling, by the way, and not getting onto him. When it's just an actual analysis of what he does good and what he does not so good. The one thing would be his defensive side ain't that great.
Yeah.
Like for someone who's such a big stature, is a bit weak in it. So that's a bit of a worry because we're automatically thinking, well, you're gonna have to help out whoever's on that left side and track back. And Diaz does do that, even though he's lightweight. But he was all right. And once, you know, I mean, apart from that, I was fine with it, bro. And I was happy to see a new front line just to shake stuff up a little bit because I thought we were doing the best. Not the best, but around that AFCON period, I felt like we were switching it up quite often, and it was working out, and the rotation was working out as well. So yeah, I was fine with that,
man. You see, in just before I kind of give my thoughts as well. You see, like with the rotation and stuff. Obviously, we've seen it a lot this season. Obviously, we're in the Europa League, Carabao Cup, FA, we were in the FA Cup, of course, until we got knocked out. But with the rotation, do you think how's the best way to say it? Do you think it's helped us this season in a sense? Obviously, we've won games anyway, so I know obviously. So in one sense, yes, but I mean, just in a general sense, when we're looking at players, some of their form, you know, some players that were like Gravenberch actually would be one player. I'd probably say the best person to use is he's been in and out of the squad, not really gained any real rhythm. We know his strengths, we know his weaknesses and that, but obviously it's still going to be difficult to push on those strengths. Do you think the rotations kind of helped the squad this season?
I think it's kind of been a catch-22 with the rotation. It seemingly worked out better than you would think changing the squad that much. I remember when everyone was kind of excited about the fact that Klopp was changing, and I said I don't particularly like it with so many people. Yeah, I mean, I think the best teams always seem to have a well-structured 8 or 9, and then a couple of a striker will change out for another striker or something. But I think it's helped the youngsters because they wouldn't even have been cemented as first-team players, Kwanzaa and Bradley, if it wasn't for them rotations.
You're right.
For the people that got brought and came in with, I don't know, a bit more prospect to them, people thinking, oh, this guy's going to do well. I think it hasn't helped that much. But then I'm like, I don't know if it's just me saying rotation or was it the fact that they got injured at the same time? Because like Gravenberch, for example, I think his was more of, by the time we got him up to match fitness and he was in a spot to be rotated, Klopp played him quite a bit, but then he got injured.
Yeah.
Same as Bosley, played him. He wasn't rotated as much because he was doing well. Then he got injured, and then after his injury, he wasn't doing too good, and then rotation helped. So I guess it keeps the team morale up because you know that you're going to play some football. I mean, Klopp made a point yesterday before the game, which I get why he gets frustrated in it because he's quite simple-minded in terms of like looking at, oh yeah, see Salah's not there today, and he's just looking at them like, yeah, I don't really want to explain why Salah's not playing. They said that the man them played so many games, they have to have a rest. And he basically said, like, the way I see it is you're gonna start the game or finish the game. I don't know which one you see as more important, but if you don't start, you're gonna play. And they did. So, and he's right. What is more important? You can't really tell with this Liverpool team because most of the goals have come in the last part of the game from the subs.
Yeah.
But then yesterday, the goals came from people who rotated in. Jota doesn't normally start anymore. He scored, and Trent hasn't been starting, and he scored, and Gravenberch doesn't start, and he scored. So I don't know, but I guess when it comes to like the way we treat the season and being intense on the pitch and stuff like that, then I guess it does work because you should hope that people get more of a rest, which they do, less injuries. But you can't account for the injuries when it happens in training and stuff, can you? So it's one of them.
No, of course not. No, I agree with Savage actually on that one. Man. I agree with Savage. It's a tricky one with the whole rotation. But I'll just generally just seeing your thoughts on it.
I don't particularly like thingy rotations though. I've never the defense. I don't really like that.
Oh, and to be honest, how many goals do we constantly concede? So I feel like that's also playing a part, as well as maybe structurally, but just not really having rhythm. Like
I think if you ask Virgil, he won't tell you which one he'd prefer playing with, but he'll tell you he'd rather a solid partner to be there all the time. And we can go through all the years of Premier League winning sides. Remember, when we won the league, obviously there was Matip and Gomez, but that was down to an injury.
Yes,
otherwise
exactly.
it would have been one defender. We've had the thing in Carvalho and Terry, and we've had the Rio and Vidic. The Arsenal Invincibles had the same centre backs the whole time. Leicester had Wes Morgan and Thingy, bro, who that is just same all the time, bro. And then everyone around them changed. Even that they had Schlupp playing the whole time, bro. So to be fair to Klopp, its hands are kind of forced with this one because Konate keeps getting injured.
Yeah.
And Trent doesn't normally get injured and got injured. And then you got the replacement for Trent gets injured. And luckily Trent comes back at the right time. And then the geezer you do have who can play right back anyway. Well, he's been filling in for the left back because you had two left backs down, and both were from shoulder injuries, which has never happened. Like, you can't tell me, oh yeah, both of your left backs are down. Oh, what happened? Pull a hamstring. Nah, one's shoulders were gone and one's collarbone's gone because the manager fell on him. What? When you look at it like that, it's kind of crazy, bro. Like, Saka pushed my man into my man and that, and then Klopp fell on him, bro, and mashed up his collarbone, bro. It's
that, bro. Is that only Liverpool? Yeah,
only Liverpool
can go through something like that. Listen, I know because Newcastle fans probably like, oh, but we get. I know, but in terms of we already get injuries anyway every single season, and we get a lot of them constantly. But when we're then going through a period where it's like we're not even picking up injuries from like training, as you said, it's then turning into. I said the manager fell on it. Like what?
That's crazy, bro.
What? I don't even understand. But no, listen, man. I agree, and I hear it as well. In regards to the game, yeah, I kind of echo really what Savage said. Like when we look at the squad, the starting lineup, should I say? Sorry, before the game, I think the only real concern, I say concern, but the only area that we looked at and was like, okay, was the midfield. You know, ultimately, when you haven't got Curtis Jones or a McAllister starting in the games, you're going to be looking at it thinking, well, where are we going to really gain control? And especially if Fulham then start the way that I thought they would start, then that might change the perplexion, really of the game. But, I'll be honest, the team did fine. The team did fine. Wasn't scintillating or anything like that. But it was still good enough, to...
I think Fulham was overly aggressive in what they tried to do. I think they got fed up with... remember when we done the preview and I said, I just want Liverpool to be boring for the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We had the ball for time, but it doesn't get me mad because that's the emotion of being a Liverpool fan. I watch so many Man City games. That's how they start every game, bro.
Yeah.
It's just, I will just keep the ball until you get bored. You will come out of your shape, bro. There's only so long you can watch me bop the ball around. And Fulham started to do that, get aggressive, and then you saw like, if I'm not one of these people who call for red cards and all the time, but just based on what they give yellow cards for, Paulino could have been off within like 4 minutes, bro. Because he'd made the same foul 3 times. He got booked for one of them. And I'm like, this isn't even the worst one, but he was getting fed up, bro.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I think they were getting a bit frustrated with it, and that helped us a lot. Obviously, we were the thing that me and you was talking about the preview, Alisson was still doing it, yeah. And it's like,
bro, when we get to his match rating, we'll talk about Alisson anyway. Because I was just sitting there thinking, bro, even when I said it, like, I was like hoping that today I just wouldn't really notice it. But I guess when you're, especially because we said it so soon before the game, I was just like, Alisson, man, like, are you serious, bro? Like, I don't need you doing this all the time, bro. Just calm it down, man, a little bit. Big up Jerry inside. Again, congratulations on the running the marathon. Yeah, man, that honestly, like I said, man.
What time did you finish in, Jerry? Not that it's important. You finished it, and that's the main thing. Just asking how long it was.
5 hours, I want to say. 5 hours. 5 hours.
You got them dead legs this morning, boy.
No, he literally, big up, if you don't mind me saying, yeah, he just messaged me saying about, yeah, like, bro, it was mad. It was actually mad. It was actually mad.
Yo, get a day off and that. Take you and your girl to a spa, bro, and just don't.
Bro, I've never run a marathon, but I can only imagine.
I've done half, bro, and that was enough, man. My calves were finished, bro. My calves were finished, bro. So, and that's only the half's only 13.5 miles, something like that. He's on 26.
Oh, 26, yeah.
That's
Jesus
Christ. I couldn't imagine getting to the end of the marathon I done, looking up and going, you just got to do the same thing again and we'll be good.
Nah, we're good. Yeah, we'll talk. We're blessed. Like another 13. It's like, that's a lot, man. That's what I'm saying. That's
what you're doing it for, man. So I respect it still. Big up, man.
Facts. Yeah, no. Facts. Honestly, blessings, my brother, man. Blessings. I appreciate the super chat every damn time. He's saying Owen Beck is in the team of the year. Yeah, I saw that as well in the Scottish Premier League. Also, did you guys see Fulham didn't really attack our right side? Yeah, no, they didn't, man. They couldn't really find too much joy down that side. It was a weird game. It was a weird game. Like when we're looking at it, obviously I got the stats and stuff, but
yeah, even
besides the stats, it was a weird game. Like the goal anyway, again, more our own wrongdoing as opposed to Fulham, like the Crystal Palace goal where they actually just popped it around and then they ended up bagging. This one wasn't really like that. This was more we lose the ball and then from there it's almost like because we lost the ball we were just a little bit out of shape.
Yeah.
Just in and it was really just like in a minute from when I think Trent played the ball out, maybe 30, 40 seconds later, that's when they've obviously, they've then scored. So
I can't lie, bro. I can't lie. When they scored, bro, because you could see them ones coming, and when people make that many blocks, and I'm like, this is a typical way that Liverpool would concede. Like, but I'm like, I don't know, bro. I think it was a penalty anyway, bro. So I'm glad they just because Robbo just looked at Nunez and pushed him in the back, bro. He said, I can't get there. I'll push you in the back, bro.
Sometimes our players don't even feel like, I don't know, like, our players sometimes are a bit unhinged.
You know the most unhinged one for that? Trent, bro.
Yeah. Bro, yeah, he'll do stuff.
Trent is chasing you back, bro, and he gets in the box and can't get the ball off you. The amount of times I've seen him just push man in the back, bro.
Mm-hmm. Facts. Like it was, we seem to do that a lot, and I don't like it because I'm like, why do you need to do that? But listen, man, I'll let these guys do. But no, honestly, again,
on the screen yesterday for Robinson, I know we spoke about him before the game. Did you see the Sky Sports stat thing come up on it? That is the first for everything in the league.
Oh yes, yeah. But
and that's I don't check the stats as well. That's just eye test where I'm like, I like him. But when it come up as like most interceptions, most crosses, most I said what? And then Paulina's got the most tackles. I said, okay, that makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah. As soon as I saw that, I was like, okay, well, I kind of knew that. I didn't even need to see the stats for that. I knew that was going to be. If he wasn't first, he was in the top 3 at the minimum, kind of thing. But yeah, like I said, man, I think for me it was like a calm game. Had its moment, like Fulham had like, I wouldn't even say obviously they had chances at goal or whatever, but it was more they just had like moments where you're like, oh, come on, man, we need to whatever. I think
even when it says shots on target for them, I remember like there's them basic weak shots what Alisson.
Yeah.
And then there was one what he dived to the. I think it was the one when McAllister gave the ball away and he made a decent save. And then I think Muniz tried to get the follow up and he hit the side.
Oh, and he hit the side net. Yeah.
Apart from that, I don't remember them doing anything, man.
Kind
of kept them silent. I think Trent and Kwanzaa dealt with Thingy very good. He was quiet, bro.
Yeah.
He could overread, and he's a problem, man. Like he causes. I ain't like it, bro. When when you're coming out to the pitch and that. And I saw them lining up, and he had his daughter in his hand, in it. And I seen Virgil looking at his daughter like, "Oh, it's just a cute baby." I said, "Virgil, I need savage Virgil."
Yeah.
I'm looking at the kid like the kid's cute, bro.
This ain't the time, my brother. Like, obviously, he's trying to. If anything, Reed is trying to get into your head. He's trying to get into your head.
Like, hold on. I know Virgil's got daughters. I'm gonna bring my daughter. Then he's
gonna bring my daughter.
No, small things important than football, bro. I saw it, bro. I said, "Nah, stop looking at him, bro." Yeah, I mean, and then he turned, and then right behind, I was creasing you because. Right behind him, I was like, if Thingy has a great game, Bassi here. Man sniffed something, did some crazy head movement, and then was ready for the game. I said, nah.
I can't. Savage? You know what? I'll even skip over that because when he, all I will say is, when he sniffed that thing, I was like, hey,
you know that if they won, that clip of him sniffing something would have been everywhere, bro. Because
bro,
man took some special stuff on that, bro. Just mashed us up, bro. He's
you know, yeah. If obviously not if he obviously sniffed that thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
if he had a mad game, like he scored 3 goals
I'm checking
and
that.
was defensively solid, I promise you that clip's going around. It's going around.
Every
like,
time I see him play football, he's not built like a footballer, bro.
yeah, exactly. No,
You
that's
know,
true.
and you know who his face winds me. You know that I can't stand this guy, bro. He's always dancing. There's the big geezer. He's always dancing. He looks like Bassi, bro. He's always doing some zesty dance with small shorts on and that, bro. So he'll be in like a restaurant.
I think I know you're talking
He'll be in a
about.
restaurant and that, and everyone be sitting down normal, like normal people. Then he'll get up and he'll be like, "Shark bite."
Oh yes. Okay. I was trying to think about that.
That's what he reminds me of, bro. That's what he
Bro,
reminds me of, bro.
he's Bassi. Listen, I'm not here to. I mean, I'm not here for that. Like, if you're doing whatever you're doing, take whatever you need to take to help you play better, and it's legal. I'm good, man. But honestly, again, blessings for that. It'll be interesting to see. Just quickly on Owen Beck, it'll be interesting to see, obviously, with the new manager coming in, how that kind of looks for Owen Beck. Because obviously we saw Conor Bradley last season doing really well with Bolton.
Yeah.
I'm sure he was in. I don't know if he's in the team of the year, but I know he won player of the year.
He got player of the season.
You got player of the season, exactly.
Yeah.
So, listen, if he can follow in the same kind of footsteps, it's only
That's
a good
what
thing.
you and yesterday, man. Everyone keeps talking about the same manager coming. If it is, I don't think we're going to spend much money at all, blood.
Potentially, bro. Potentially. Captain Sal, the shouts to Sal Nunes are still there. That's not going away in Diaz as well, though. Although I rate Diaz and I like him. Angel, the refereeing is absolutely pathetic. Forest robbed, Chelsea robbed. The amount of fouls the refs are missing is ridiculous. Listen, that Forest game was mad. Only 5-hour marathon I know is binge watching something. Bro, real talk. But I have been thinking about running a marathon with my mum for time because she really wants to run one. So hey, maybe not next year's the time, man. Maybe next year's the time. Jerry said he was on track for sub 4. He done his knee on 13 kilometers. Done my meniscus, so had to grimace rest of the way. Hardest thing I've done. I can only, bro. Like I said, I commend you, bro. I actually fully commend you because Savage said there he ran a half and he was like, yo, kind of things. So I can only imagine doing a full marathon. Yo, that's a bit mad.
That's crazy, man. Big up for that, man.
Angel, they were missing William. Yeah. I felt like having him would have caused a bit more, more issues because I feel like with Iwobi and Reed, I don't know, man. Like I said, they're too hot and cold. They're way too hot and cold. Like Iwobi will either be JJ Okocha one week or he'll be someone else the next week. Like I don't know. He's a bit of a weird one. I'll throw this to Savage. What did you think of Robinson's performance for Fulham?
I just thought he was decent. Yeah, he stood out a little bit, but I just thought he was decent. I think we dealt with that side pretty well. To be honest, I don't think we gave. It's because we played with Diaz over there, innit? Yeah. So there was a few times when I see Diaz like doppy a couple of them go one way then go the other. I told you, man, if you're preparing for one person to be there and then they're not there, it throws you off a little bit. So, kid's got better energy though, but fucking hell, bro. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You could tell that he would have fitted into a Klopp.
Yeah, 100%, bro. But yeah, he was just good. You know what I mean? That's the one positive about Liverpool yesterday. I don't think Fulham were particularly bad. No, and I just thought we were good. Yeah, so, decent.
Literally. What was Mourinho doing at Craven Cottage? Hey, man, maybe he just wanted to come and see some good football, man. Maybe he just wanted to see Liverpool. He lives close to the area of Fulham, or maybe it was for another reason. But again, I'm not here to fuel any speculation, about Jose Mourinho. Strasbourg Steve, big up my guy. I love the American Abra. Jedi Robinson is ready for a bigger stage from Fulham. I would love him at Newcastle. Steve, he said bigger stage. I thought he was going to say like a bigger club. Not talking about Newcastle.
Robinson does fit them perfect, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, he actually. And they need someone down that side. Like I feel like
if Newcastle sign Elise and Robinson, and you have Livramento on the other side anyway, and then because Almiron's probably going to go, and then Tonali will be back, Isak up front, Gordon on the left, and then get Joe Linton back and another midfielder. It's time to cook, bro. And if they keep Bruno, it's time for them to cook, bro.
Nah, that's facts.
I don't want to be giving them ideas though. So
Yeah, I was just about to say, I feel like you're giving them way too many hints and tips and that. Big up again, honesty for the super chat this morning, man. Again, much love, bro. Much love, man. I appreciate that every damn time. Maybe it was just me, but we moved the ball quicker, but with a purpose instead of just hoofing the ball and inshallah hope it continues. Now, listen, I agree. Like, I felt like, you know what it is, like, because you got gravenberch in the team, yeah, gravenberch naturally plays like this anyway, kind of thing. So when he is on the pitch and he's having an actual good, like a somewhat decent game, like that's what you're going to see anyway from someone like gravenberch, and then also throw in Elliot into the mix. Elliot's only the way he is at times when he's playing with the other guys. But when Elliot's there, I think we spoke about this about like the Europa League setup. When them man were playing, they moved the ball quicker anyway. Do you get what I'm trying to say? There wasn't no McAllister. And listen, McAllister and Curtis Jones, obviously, they're the baller. They're the main starters, and Szoboszlai as well. But these, man, they just seem to play a bit more. I don't know, man. It feels like they just play a bit more football. And I like that. I prefer to see that rather than slow. And then, as you say, as Figgy said earlier on, just hoofing it forward and then praying for the counter. Like, play a bit of football, man. You've got to play.
Especially in the second half. Klopp definitely told them move it even quicker, bro, because
100%.
Me and you spoke before the game about Verda not doing the long ball anymore, and he did it. As soon as we said that, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's Diaz over there. I'm gonna send it, bro. And Kwanzaa was doing it the opposite way. But it wasn't just. I mean, Trent was spamming, but everyone else wasn't. They were picking at the right time. I actually thought the first half, maybe 10 minutes before the first half had finished, I thought we started moving the ball a bit quicker, but I still thought it was pretty slow. But like I said, that comes from with Wataru at 31. His natural game is his natural game, and it's beneficial, especially defensively. But when he's on the ball, he's very cautious, bro. So his whole thing is, I'll just be give it to me. I'll just pass it out here. Simple. Give it to me. I'll pass it. And very rarely he wants to turn and run in it. But when he does, you know what I mean? Whereas Gravenberch, his whole game is that spin move, bro. I don't know how people keep falling for that, bro. You know, he keeps making people drop over, bro. Like he just drops the shoulder every time. And it works every time, bro.
Like I said, when Robin was playing, he did the same thing over and over again. If you're really good at it and you can perfect a move, it doesn't matter what level of player you are. If you can perfect a move, I promise you, it will work more often than not. I'm not saying Robin all the time.
You know what Messi's going to do every time, can't stop it, bro.
And this is what I'm saying, man. But again, honesty, much flipping love, man. Jerry saying CB the rapper is his brother.
The newer one. Why CB?
Oh, is it? Yeah. I think, hey, again, like I said, apologies, Bassi. You know what I mean? I wasn't trying to insinuate nothing. I don't like, you know what I mean? I don't want no issues or, anything like that. The only marathon I'm running is the Nipsey Hussle clothing. I hear it. Steve saying, best advice I can give regarding marathons is you have to prepare properly. And also when you're done, it's best to down a 10-minute walk after to avoid getting a heart attack. Yeah, you know, I'm not making this me running a marathon.
Avoid getting a heart attack is a killer.
Bro, like, yo. Mourinho has a place in London. Brother was just looking to watch some footy. Yeah, like I said, I'm not fueling any speculation. He was just probably there to watch some football. Fulham versus Liverpool on. He didn't want to go all the way to Wembley and all of that stuff and watch.
Yeah, more time he could have probably walked from his yard to that game
and
still.
This is what I'm saying, man. Bigger Ali Nuss in the building, man.
It's the master deception, though. Usually, he might not be looking for the Liverpool job, bro, but he's just letting everyone know I'm still about,
Hey, and like I said, I'm not trying to fuel the speculation, bro. Just if he's here, then he's here. He's here again. Honestly, man, blessings, bro. I don't know what you woke up on the right side of the bed today, man. But I love it, man. I love it, man. So big up again. We are linked with Wendy from Real Madrid, and also Kudus. Would you, man, be happy with them? LFC or also Rodrigo said he doesn't want to.
Told you, man, last year Rodrigo don't want to leave.
All right, I'll ask Savage because he's a Real Madrid guy. Obviously, we watched the game yesterday as well. Lucky little, what's
belly goal. Come on.
Anyway, Wendy from Real Madrid.
I it's a weird thing with Mendy, bro, because he's gold, man, and he's rapid. But Carlock is playing Camavinga over him, and obviously Camavinga's not a left back, bro. Which is, I don't know, it's kind of sending a message. Would I want him at Liverpool? I mean, he's good enough to play for us. Would he be my choice at left back? Well, no, clearly we just spoke about Robinson and Ainori and them like that. I think I prefer them.
How much would he even cost? He's a decent left back, but how much would he cost?
With the current market, the fact is from Real Madrid, probably about 60. And it's a left back, innit? So
I don't know if I'd want to spend 60 on Mendy.
Like I don't think, even though we want to upgrade the squad, and I don't think left back someone we're in need of, bruv.
Yeah, like we don't like if we had no left back, like if we Robertson, I don't know, left, then maybe, but that's probably not the area that I'm thinking about.
And kudos, I like him. He was somebody I looked at before we made all our signings before. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to be that guy, man. I like him, but I don't know how I feel about him.
I think Kudus is like he's a good player. I think he's a good player. And he's definitely doing well at West Ham this season. When I did the show the other day.
Did that before Ajax, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he scored against us in that when they beat us 4-1.
Yeah.
And then I watched him in the World Cup and he was kind of meaty.
Well, to be honest, Ghana were absolutely atrocious in that. Like we were absolutely, I don't want to relive that. But yeah, he was like the shining beacon in that whole team. But it was like because he was the only one really. At the time, I was just watching it thinking, you seem to be the only one with any genuine quality who's actually able to help us in such a way that's going to allow us to be able to progress through that tournament. But with Kudus, I think he's one of those ones. I would have preferred if you had signed him last season for the amount of money that he went for. If you're now going to try and sign him, bro, we know what West Ham are on. We saw what they did with Declan Rice. And we know what they're going to do with Paqueta if he then goes to Manchester. They're trying to sell these guys for crazy amounts. So I don't know if the amount is going to match up to what I think about him. Like if it's going to start being like 70 mil as an example, which I think they would try and ask for, then I'm like, nah, I don't know, man. I feel like you'd have to really need that position. Like if he's coming in for 70 mil, I better see him in the starting lineup. Like
I like him, man. I like him, and I think he's proper talented. I don't know. I'm making it sound like I don't like him as a footballer, bro. I think he's cold, bro, but I feel like where you're going to play him for Liverpool, it's damn near like exactly what you just said. For the money you're going to have to pay for him, that person's going to have to be nailed on to do the job. Like there has to be no questions about it at all. He's been great this season, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's fully had a good season. And I just think with someone like him, I hate doing the whole Prem proven thing, but I do like seeing a player that you don't really know, because we don't know how people adjust to this league at all. So now that I've seen him in this league, I'm like, okay, you can play in this league. Clearly you can play in this league. That's not the problem. I guess really for me, I'm all about consistency. I always need to see someone for like 2 seasons. I don't really like 1 season guys. Like it does bug me when we look at players in general and I'm like, okay, yeah, he's had 1 good season. I'm like, okay, so my only evidence is that 1 season. I mean, I saw Michu have a great season and then fall off a cliff. So, I just always need to see 2 seasons. But to be fair, he was good at Ajax. So, it just depends on, Then
again, so was Ten Hag. So.
Yeah, I mean, it is one of those kind of things. We will find a dope League 2 left back for Liverpool. But hey, listen, potentially, man, potentially. He scored 3 goals in the group stage. He was good. Again, nothing against Kudus. I like him. I do like him. I just think the money that it would probably cost for you to get someone like Kudus, that's when it starts getting a little bit sketchy. And that's when I'm just like, big up Jerry, man. I was reading that first thinking like Wendy. I was like, when I was like, here, Mendy. But yeah, we'll go back to the game anyway. Hollywood Rock's asking, have you seen the Saka Men in Black meme? It's him as the alien chief when he walks out the restaurant limp. Yeah, see this Saka limping thing. This is why he's got to be easy with that, because he will start getting like, well, he's already getting it, but he'll start getting like a reputation for this now. Like constantly, like and I think what's peak for him is that coincidentally, and this just is pure coincidence, every time that happens, he's having a bad game. Every single time it's happened. And it's like...
you done it yesterday as well. Rashid, bruv. As soon as Coventry got too much from it towards the end, he passed the ball and then all of a sudden started limping. And I swear he made his own sub, bruv. His leg was gone, and he just walked off. And then I seen Diallo just go, okay, I'll come on then, I guess.
and this is what I'm saying. So I'm like, again, I'm not insinuating nothing. I don't want to start messaging man saying I'm getting on. I'm just saying it's just coincidental. And I've done this before when I played in a match, right? And I'm like, I don't even want to. The team's moving, man. I'm not even trying to. And I've just said, you know what? I'd rather just come off or faked an injury. Yes, guys, I faked an injury. Old school. I've faked it. I ain't playing. I'm not going to be a professional football player anymore. I don't care. Then my manager's not going to care. He ain't watching this. But yes, Steve, I faked that injury, man. So I apologize, man. I apologize. Again, honestly, man, blessings, bro. Honestly, thank you. If we get Kudus, do you think he'll be enough to replace Mo? Or do you guys think we need a player like Leroy Sané, Bowen, those type of wingers? What do you think, Seth?
I think our mindset of Liverpool fans gonna have to change when it comes to Mo. And if he does leave eventually, it's not all you're doing is replacing the right wingers. Like, we're not replacing what Mo was to Liverpool. It's impossible, bro.
Yeah,
because no other winger scores as many goals as him anyway, bro. So forget that. You need your number 9 to score more goals and a winger who can take on players and assist, bro. That's the main thing, and can score goals when they're in front of it. That's it. So, all of these guys, Kudus, Bowen, Leroy Sané, all these guys can still do the job.
Yeah.
No,
listen. I like Leroy. So I've always liked Leroy Sané, like from the jump. I've always thought that he was someone like I just always wanted at my team. And then he went Man City, and then when he left, they went to Bayern. I was like, you know what? If he can keep up with his kind of level, and he basically has this season, obviously, been decent as well. So yeah, listen, I would go with, if I had to pick between like just those two names, I'd go with Leroy Sané, straight off the rip if I had to choose. But there are so many out there, and I think what's going to be more important is, and Jerry kind of asking the question here, you know, who else is out there that we can get of that level? For me, it's not even about that. It's about what about the role of Salah next season in terms of position anyway. We have no idea. We might not actually need to replace a right winger because we might not actually play with a right winger. So now you're looking at a completely different profile.
Completely different. Yeah.
Did you get what I'm trying to say? So now that role that you had where you're like, oh, who's a right winger out there that we can possibly get, might not. And that's where Kudus could fit because he can play in that number 10. In that kind of role. So then you're like, okay, maybe he is the one. Maybe you can go out and get someone else. Again, when I'm saying that he's not a good player, I'm just thinking, if we know Liverpool, and big up Christian obviously saying, you know, we paid 85 for Nunes, and obviously outgoings that are going to happen this summer. I get all of that. But we also know how Liverpool work, guys. I just don't want no one to be getting upset come the end of the transfer window. Savage said it earlier on before. We were just talking about Owen Beck. We may not even sign that many players.
I don't think we will, bro.
And this is it. So if we don't sign these players that we want to sign, then what? Where do we go from here?
Yeah, you're gonna get a manager is one of his main attributes is being great with youth, and then Liverpool's got a new crop of youth, and you're gonna tell me that that's probably the reason why they're picking him as a manager, if that's the case.
This is what I'm saying.
He's coming from. Everyone keeps falling for this, bro. I said, man, if you're coming from a club where you didn't have to spend much money, like, first of all, that's what Klopp done.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, FSG, well, we're going to go for Klopp. Yeah, because they were talking about Ancelotti. Ancelotti weren't coming to Liverpool when Klopp was coming. You know, I was looking at Ancelotti as well. The first thing he's going to say to you is, what money have I got to spend, bro? I need new players. Now, the Klopp come in and do his magic and do all of this, and then we had to sell Coutinho to be able to get them big boys in the team anyway. And then they're going to do the same thing again, not because the cheapskates, because the businessmen, bro, the smart. Who can we get after Klopp? You think FSG don't care about what's going on the pitch, bro? Not like that. That's like get top 4 and be a decent club in it and keep the money ticking over. But what we need somebody who we're not looking at so much outgoings and blah blah blah. It's like, oh yeah, this Amarin guy, bro. Have you seen what he's done with Sporting? What's he done? Well, when he came in, had to sell most of the players and that Paulina and all these guys and Nunes. And what did he get in? They just got kids from the academy, and that's his main players now. And then you look at Liverpool, go, well, we've got kids from the academy, and not to mention Klopp has spent money. Remember, Klopp's money that he spent in the last 3 years it's only 3 years, bro.
Yeah.
Nunes and Gakpo and Diaz and all that. It's 3 years, bro. So they're still new. Gravenberch and that's still young. So why would he have to spend more money?
This is what I'm saying, guys.
You're gonna have to prove to FSG that something doesn't work for him to be able to spend more money, and it ain't gonna work, bro. And they're gonna say, "This is what I told you about Edwards." He's gonna be okay, then we'll just sell Salah then. Not because I want Salah, because it's the biggest attribute there. It's crazy.
I don't really like that, but yeah, no, I agree. I do agree though. Like it is one of those things, man. And I just think that this summer, I think Liverpool fans are going to be more disappointed than they probably know, because I just don't think we're going to sign. I could be wrong. And listen, I'll be happy if we sign, a couple of good players, especially. Of course, I'll be happy. You know what I mean? Because I like seeing us. I like spending. It's not my money, but I like the club spending money on good players if we do go out and actually get these kind of good players. So for me, it is just one of those kind of things. Big up honesty again, man. Hey, like I said, man, don't know what blessings I deserve today, but I appreciate the love, man. Thank you for the super chat again. I can see us signing Michael Edwards for 30 mil, Alan Varela, and a centre back. I want Kudus at LFC, but I'm not that hopeful that it will happen. Like I said,
Edward the Sporting guy, the one who's played.
Yeah, the Sporting. Yeah.
Yeah, I like him still.
He's good player. Obviously, he's played in Amarim's system, so he already knows the system inside and out. So it's not even a question really about him fitting into the system, just more fitting into Liverpool and the Premier League. But I think, again, even I think, Savage, you said this the other day about some of the things that you've read. Like there was 2 things that you read about Amarim, and one of the things was about he's stubborn, like he will stick to his tactic and style. Remember, he's still going to have to, even if he does, let's just say he does come in, he does play the 3-4-3, 3-4-2-1, whatever you want to call it, right? He's still going to have to need to adapt it and tweak it a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Fit the Premier League and Liverpool. I don't think it's going to be literally carbon copy.
That's what I was thinking. He's had the benefit of not being in the Prem to go, I'm never changing my system. And as I told man, it's all fun and games and that till Neto starts running at your team and then you're like, okay, maybe we need to sort something out here, blood card. The Prem's
I was just thinking, as you said that, I don't know who's going to get promoted. Let's say Ipswich and get promoted, right? I could only imagine like playing away at Ipswich Crown and just I can't remember who the striker's name is, but him running against us and the tactic now just looking hella
bro. Yeah, even playing Leicester and that, bro. We got Dewsbury Hall and Mavididi just running at you, bro. It's a long day, bro.
Long day, bro. You're gonna start big man thing. If Liverpool's opening game is, let's say it's Leicester, opening game at Leicester City Stadium, right? And then you've got Vardy coming off the bench. And I know he's a bit slower and stuff like that, but let's just say Vardy coming off the bench, big gap through the middle because of the tactic, maybe because we've got one of the wide centre-backs doing God knows what. Konate's gone out to do something and whatnot. The defensive midfielder happens to just not be there because he needed to go play a pass further forward. I promise you, people are going to get onto this guy like there's no tomorrow, bro. No tomorrow. But I hope not. I agree, bro. No. What about Maatsen? He is. Listen, Chelsea are Chelsea at the end of the day. Like Ben Chilwell, if you guys saw what he was on when he came on, I was like, brother, why didn't you just pass the ball across the box the other day?
Man went on a great run, bro. And
then you should have just passed it.
Did you see how mad Sterling got him, bro?
But I was mad. How about I was mad because I was like, bro, this is where you go and you show people like, because he used to do that at Leicester. So I don't know why he's been, I don't know, man. He's fallen off for me. I can't even front. Like I used to like Ben Chilwell. I think I used to say, oh, you know what, Robbo? I think like, you know what I mean? Like,
interesting, bro. When he left Leicester, bro, the Leicester fans didn't want him anymore.
Why?
And from the outside, I was like, what? One of your best players in that? But they were like, nah, good riddance, man. He's too inconsistent. I'm like, oh. Okay, maybe there's something I'm not seeing, bro. And on top of that, he's always injured, bro. So, yeah. But they've got him and Gusto playing over there. Charles did not sell him Maatsen to us, bro. I know that much.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they'll just, if they wanted, they'll just hike up the price, bro. I want him to stay at Dortmund, I do. So hopefully we buy him, man.
I want him to stay. I actually want a few players. Because remember, Dortmund used to be, and it still is, used to be the place where everyone used to be like, nah, send them to Dortmund. Like, go to Dortmund. And I like it. I
We
like
lose
it.
last season. Guerrero when he went to Bayern. This is what I'm saying, bro. Bayern just rob our players every season, bro.
No, it's
So,
true.
and I was worried about that left side, but he's been good, man.
No, it's true.
Yeah, there's a few of them there still. There's a few English people in that squad. There's like 3 or 4 English players in there. Sancho, Gittins, Matson. Yeah, there's about 3 or 4.
Last question, and then we'll go into looking at some of the players, and then we'll do our player ratings. Would you, man, make a low-key move for Gustavo Hammer? That's a Sheffield United.
Sheffield United, isn't it? Yeah.
I rate him excellent, and I mean excellent strike of the ball and accurate as well. No, because I think that someone like him, I'd rather just go through the academy, and I think we've got players probably of not equal level potentially, because obviously he's playing in the Premier League at the moment. But I just think that wouldn't be a signing that we would go for.
Agreed. Especially you got Dan and that coming through as well.
Yeah, I just don't think that someone like listen. I think it's calm, like for Sheffield United, but yeah, I'd rather just go through with someone from the academy, man. But going back to the game, and guys, keep the questions coming at the end. Obviously, I'll go through them and answer them. Going towards obviously looking at the game, we had this man with the free kick. Please, next time, Trent, do not give the free kick to Harvey Elliott. I don't know why you gave it to him.
Allow Harvey, bro. Because no. Because did you hear Trent talk after the game?
No. But someone was clipping it up, but I couldn't be able to.
Yeah. He said the reason there was like, the guy was like, I was up in the stand, and when Harvey didn't score the first one, was all like, surely Trent takes the next one. He's like, yeah, but he said, to be fair to Harvey, we watch videos on Fulham in the week, and every time someone's had a free kick, they've jumped in it, so we tried to put onto the wall. Yeah. Because even I was thinking that, bro. Because the way when a man stands over the ball for that long, you're like, oh, he's gonna do something special. It's like that. I just knew with all the boos Harvey was getting, I'm like, he ain't scoring a free kick against him.
He was getting. Question though, why do they boo him?
That's what I said. That's exactly what I said yesterday.
Didn't he leave at like 16? Like,
yeah. It made no sense, bro. For like 500k.
It
made no sense, bro. He didn't shit on them when he left. He wasn't rude about them or anything like that.
Yeah,
they treated him like he was like he was John Terry, bro.
They treated him like he was Figo going back to the Camp Nou, boy. Like I was like,
every time he touched the ball, booze, Harvey is a wanker. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, like honestly, during the game, I was trying to find because I've seen. Like Harvey's been a bit naughty at times. Like he's like, remember the thing he said about Harry Kane that time?
It was funny. It was funny though. It was true.
Yeah, it was definitely funny. That was so dumb. Like I was trying to find is there any old tweets or anything that he would have done? You know, people like to drag up things from the past. So maybe he had said something before about Fulham. I couldn't find anything. So I thought.
Yeah, because if they treated him shit when he left and he said something back, maybe that's what it is, man. But
and that's the only thing that I can think. I mean, I couldn't find anything, but I'm sure people will come up with something, be like, "Oh yeah, because he did this or he said something about whatever." Cool.
You don't half make yourself look like a small club, innit? Booing Harvey, bro.
Yeah, like booing Harvey. Like you booed a guy who left you at 16. Like that's so mad to me. And he didn't even go to like a rival club. Like man went to flipping Liverpool, so he upgraded in what he was doing. Honestly, I didn't really, and I didn't rate it. I was just like, every time we play Fulham, you always boo this guy, and I'm just like, realize he outgrew you, like he's outgrown you now. Especially, like, allow it, man. Just stay over there. Ain't nobody care about them. But looking at Trent in the game, what do you think of the performance?
It was good, but it kept taking me out of it with them passes, bro. But. I get it, man, because he's basically got the role of what Bruno would have at Man U, but he's not in midfield. So when he does them passes and they don't come off, you're like, okay, he's the one trying to break the lines. It's fair enough. It's just the time he picks to do it. But when he's not doing that, he was actually really good. I thought he was pretty decent defensively as well. He wasn't gun-ho going forward. He kind of left the midfielders to do their job where they were. And he kept filling into the centre-back area between Virgil and Kwanzaa. And he basically did the Tom Brady thing. He just picked up the ball from there and decided, I'm going to spray it from here. And it did work because when we were passing the ball too slow or struggled to break the lines, the long ball did work. When it was accurate, it worked perfect. But his performance was just decent. He was, I mean, he did look like a man who was ready to take the title race for what's left of it. Like, he kind of matched his interview still. He kind of seemed like, fuck it, I'm the scout on the team. Let me just try it.
Yeah,
try to see what I can do. And when Trent looks confident like that, you'll always get this kind of Trent out of him. I mean, he was like this before he got injured. It's not new. So yeah, I mean, your heat map shows it there. To be honest, bro, like you used to see.
Yeah, look at the positions he was taking up yesterday.
Exactly. So I liked it. Took the onus on helping protect Kwanzaa as well, not leaving him on his own all the time. So yeah, respect it, man. Just the passing every now and then puts you out, and I think it says there long balls 13 and made 5.
Yeah, it's like I could probably count. I could probably remember about 5 of them that he probably didn't need to necessarily
make them. Yeah, exactly.
Like, bro, you didn't need to that. And listen, I don't care. Listen, this ain't like basketball in the NBA. Like them man know their statistics before they get onto the court. So they're almost subconscious of that when they do certain things, and they won't do certain things because of that. So that their percentages obviously will be a lot. Like for example, his passing accurate pass is 79%. You know, some players in NBA will be like, "Nah, I need to keep mine at like an 83. Like it needs to be 83 minimum." So they'll make sure they only make certain passes as it is. I get it. He's not. It's not like that.
It's crazy though, because of the 5, man, there was one driven one he done, but he was still in the air. It was cold, bro. Like
yeah.
And then obviously the cross, which is actually more unlucky on Diaz because we were leaving the box and then they were trying to.
Yeah, should be scoring though, man.
You should. You gotta get on target at least, don't it?
Yeah. At least target.
The cross was cold,
bro. And the thing is, you know what's mad about that? What I noticed, we were trying to get him into position to make that cross. So we were popping the ball around. Harvey then moved obviously out wide. Harvey's moved out wide purposely so that Trent can get the space because he's obviously attracted 2 players to come out.
Yeah,
that's left the space for Trent. You already know you can't give Trent any time on the ball.
There was one that Trent tried though, like exactly the same, and I think he kicked out of the stadium, bro.
Yeah, and again, this is what I'm saying. Sometimes we don't need to always do that, and you know this is where it goes. But it is what it is.
Ryan,
we moved to the midfield. We moved to the man with the don't know what that celebration was, but hey, he was there. Yeah, I mean, it looked cool in the picture, so I was like, all right, let's use it.
I tell you, that celebration. If you was a man who was like scored bare goals, it's a cold celebration.
Yeah.
when you don't score that often, just pick the ball up and run back.
Just pick the ball up. Keep it moving, bro. Keep it moving.
The goal was cold, innit? The only problem is that celebration is like I've arrived in it. Don't be turning up against Everton doing nothing, bro.
Oh, bro. Listen, if he does not, and this is where I like the kind of attitude and all of that kind of stuff. Like I like all that things, but like Savage said, if you come up against Everton and we're here talking about he gets a 5 for his rating, there's going to be some serious problems because you're acting like as if this is something that you do on an everyday basis. But I wanted to talk about, should I say, and obviously we'll do the rating anyway, but when we look at his performance as a whole, and I guess don't go too deep into it until we do the ratings. As a whole, do you think it was good, bad, average?
Just good.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think there was.
Maybe I should take away bad
out of it and go like because either he's been getting so much slander or he hasn't been playing that often. You can make the performance seem way better than it is because he does a few basic stuff that on a normal day with a gravenberch who plays most games, you would never even look at it. You just be like, "Oh, okay, he's just why he turned." He turned. Well, yeah, he's a footballer, but he was good. I did like the fact that which was him and Gakpo. To be fair, I like ball carriers, man. And sometimes Liverpool fail to use them. Like Curtis can carry the ball as well, but we don't. The kind of way Gravenberch played is how you would have needed somebody to play against Atalanta in the week. Because we just kept passing the ball back to Virgil, bruv. Whereas his first thought is, I'm turning, bruv. Half turn, I'm gone. And then let me carry it. And I think him and Gakpo, that's what I was saying in the thingy after the game. I was like, it must be a Dutch thing, bruv, because they all do that. But yeah, I just thought he was good. Took his goal really well. Definitely, it was a good addition to the squad. Gave something different for them to look at. But yeah, it was just a decent performance. But like I said, when I saw the Mandem lining up to get subbed on, he was the first one I wanted off because his first touch, just before he had done that, his first touch was off anyway. And I was like, everything else he's doing is right, but he's rusty in it. And then they had I don't know if they had a shot on goal or they played a through ball. Robert done well, shielded it, turned, could have rossed it, but Gravenberch was free. and Robbo plays it to him, and he does the drop the shoulder thing without looking over his shoulder, and he literally runs into a Fulham player, and we lose the ball, and they don't need to score, but they're in a position where they could have, and then I was like, okay, this come off now. You've had a decent game. You know what I mean? Save your legs and move on and get some momentum going. But he was good. He was good.
No, man, I agree. I echo that as well. And the last player I wanted to take a look at, because obviously, like Gravenberch, it seems to be a Dutch thing. Like Gravenberch, there's been a lot of talk about him. Obviously, he's more senior than Gravenberch. He's been here longer than Gravenberch. But there's obviously, he's been in and out of, I say really, overall this season, I'd say he's been like between out of form and average this season. I wouldn't say he's been good at all. But he's been, shafted around different positions and whatever context you want to use. I don't really care. He just hasn't been that great. But the last couple of games, he has obviously looked a lot better. Yesterday's game, what are we saying, man?
He was one of the best players, man. Don't get me wrong, with people who are attackers and that, once goals start going in, you can see they get desperate to score in it.
Yeah.
So we started to shoot more. Good thing is they were on target, but and there was one in the first half where the keeper Leno made a great save, bro. It was like no backlifting. He nearly went top corner and he saved it. I think he got an assist in the game as well. But I thought he was good, man. Everything I just said about Gravenberch return on the ball and carrying it, he was doing that really good. And I feel like obviously he didn't stay on the left wing, but that's where he spent most of his time. And he's a bit more unpredictable in it because it looks like he's going to cut in and cross it, but sometimes he cuts in and passes it. Sometimes he goes down to the byline. Sometimes there's a 1-2, and then he drops out. So I thought he was pretty decent. I thought his passing was all right as well. He kept doing he was getting us away a lot of times, bro, on that dribble. And to be fair, Jota's movement yesterday wasn't the best, bro. So when we was on that break and it was like, the normal relay stuff that we're about to do, the run that Jota was making for him. Do you remember the one when he carried it from our box, but like there was like 4 of us in line with each other, and everyone's like, is he going to shoot or is he going to pass it? And I think he ends up passing it wide for someone to cross it in. But he has to pass it right because everyone's running in straight lines, bro.
Yeah.
There's like no darting runs, so it's like, what's the point of me passing to you who's running in the same parallel line as me, bro? I might as well keep it and shoot. And by the time he got by the box, I was like, you might as well shoot now because these man's passing is not the best. Then there was another one when he did the same, and Jota, instead of Jota, he didn't dart across him. He just made some weird run, and then I think he took the shot and he got saved at the near post. But I thought he was good, man. He works well when, because I know everyone's going to go, well, this is what Klopp should play him off the left and blah, blah, blah. Well, listen, there's a lot of interchanging things because Diaz has been really good as well. It's just that we need the interchange in front three where they can be comfy, and it needs to be natural as well, bro. Gakpo picks up your spot, bro. Just drift over to his. It's not hard, bro. This is very simple. I seen Harvey do that in midfield yesterday. Someone was in his spot, he just drifted into theirs, bro. You know what I mean? And let the play break down, and you go back to your spot. It's not. Football doesn't have to be so binary and static, bro. It's a bit weird when you do that. It's too easy to defend against. He was good, man. He was probably our best player. And you'd say that he's probably the best player in the last 2 games as well, bro. So, yeah, man.
No, that's factual, man. Everything Savage said. I definitely agree, man. I think, especially with how he's been performing recently as well, like it can only be a good thing, man. It can only be a good thing, which actually goes on to my the next thing I'm gonna do, the next show I'm gonna do tomorrow. We'll talk about all of these kind of different things, but I'll let you guys know towards the end. Big up again, Honesty, for the super chats, man. Hey, you're on a roll today, man. You're on a roll. I don't know. You should be a mod, by the way. I need to sort out this whole mod thing anyway. I don't really know how to kind of do it. I'm sure he is. I'm sure him and Angel are, but I'll double check. Do you man rate Adeyemi? He's hyped. His hype died down.
I respect my guy, man.
The thing is, that's why I didn't want to ask Savage, because he will say, yeah, Adeyemi said but he's a Dortmund fan, so.
Well, I think what honesty means when he says hype died down, though, it wasn't hype. It's just that Dortmund was about to win the league. That's natural in it. Remember, like it was the last game of the season when we didn't win the league. So obviously, it's almost identical to any Leverkusen player.
Yeah,
you're hearing more about them this season because they've won it now. But leading up to that, all of a sudden, everyone knew who all of these Grimaldo and Frimpong and all that, which man weren't talking about the season before. But now he's cold though. He's cold. So in that terms, media hype's dying down about him.
Yeah.
But if you know about football, he's cold, bro.
He's one of those players that they've been about for a minute now, and he's young.
Yeah, he's been about for a bit.
Been about for a minute. So yeah, he's a good player, man. He's a good player.
I like him. You spoke about that, innit? Because no one speaks about Craven anymore either, bro. Because Napoli don't win the league, and now Napoli, they ain't gonna win the league. No one cares about them anymore. Arsenal was like spoke about like it was Haaland, and now no one cares again, bro.
And this is what I'm saying, man. Like sometimes it gets like that. If you're not doing as well as you were doing previously, hence why I say I do need. And it's not just him, by the way. Like Napoli are doing wrong for so many other different reasons.
Yeah.
But when your team isn't doing as well as they were doing the season before, then these are the kind of things. Man, big up ends in the building, man. Hope you're enjoying the holiday. So to the ratings, and guys, join in as well, please. Join in as well. Drop your ratings. We'll start off with the big man, and that is Alisson. Obviously, we conceded again, which isn't nice. I promise you, end of the season, these men are going to be paying Alisson. I promise you, they're going to be paying Alisson some type of clean sheet bonus, because some of these goals that we are conceding, I can't even look at Alisson and be like, oh, yeah, that's on you, like kind of thing. And he must be getting absolutely vexed that he has not picked up that much of a clean sheet bonus.
Bro, Kelleher went for the same thing, bro.
But the whole goalkeeper
had Kelleher making world-class saves that should get him a clean sheet, and then in the game somebody would score a stupid goal, bro. They had like 4 shots at one time, bro, to get this goal in. They just kept rossing it back.
This is what I'm saying, bro. Like Alisson can't keep always. You know what I mean? Like not every day I'm pulling out world-class save after world-class save.
Remember I said to you yesterday before the game that like the reason why it's hard to pick up on the goals you score against Liverpool because they're never the same. They're never the same, bro.
Yeah, they are. They aren't. You know what's mad? The goals are never the same, but the chances we give away are the same. But we don't usually concede from those chances. We
can only save them because they're the one-on-one saves, isn't it?
They're the one-on-one saves. They're the one-on-one. I mean, he had 2 out of 6 long balls. If you're just looking at the stats, he made 2 saves. It says here, no, 4 saves, and he had 63 touches of the ball.
Hey, there was one save that he made, bro, that Fulham didn't get the corner from. It was actually a good save, bro.
Yeah, it was a good save.
Fulham man was screwing, bro. I'll just give him this. I mean, finally, 6.
6? That's mad. I would have given him 6.5, but yeah, 6. I'm good with that. Trent obviously got himself the goal. Passing, we saw the passing anyway, but he got himself the goal, which is good. And I thought he was actually pretty good in the game anyway, man.
I think with the goal, I'll give him an 8. Yeah, I think with the goal, I'll give him an 8. Yeah, he was good.
Good with that. Kwanzaa, Mr. Condolences himself. By the way, I haven't heard from Matt since he said that, by the way. I know Matt's injured, but I haven't even heard from him. So
you don't even know if Matt's alive, bro. I don't see him on no inside Liverpool stuff.
This is what I'm saying, bro. Like I don't know, man. But yeah, I thought Kwanzaa, like you said, I just felt like he was assured more than anything. And that's what I wanted to see, because obviously, last couple games that he's played, whatever. But this game, I just felt like he was assured. I didn't look at him at all and think, ooh, sometimes you just think, all right, yeah, he could have done this better because he's still inexperienced. I hate using age to define a player sometimes. It bugs me. You're going to notice it in some aspects, of course, but I always feel like more often than not, every single player who's able to step up to a first team should be able to do fundamentals. The only time I'm starting to look at you for your age is when, I don't know, you get muscle off the ball or something. I'm like, okay, well, obviously when he gets older.
I agree. I might look at your age if we're in a semi-final and the emotions got to you and that. But apart from that, bro, in the rest of the game, that's why I'm so cutthroat with certain things, man. I'm like, man can't pass the ball. Don't try and tell me it's because of his age, bro.
I'm not trying to hear that at all. I'm not hearing that at all. But yeah, I thought he was good. I mean, I would give him maybe like a 7.5. I thought he was good.
Same. I thought he was good.
Yeah, I thought he was good. Mr. Virgil, Captain El Capitan. It was like what's the word? There was a word I had for him before when I was looking at the ratings and stuff or thinking about it. And I can't remember the word, but it was a good performance.
Mhm.
But I almost feel like I would still give him a 7.5, but it's not as high as I would. It's not as high as a Kwanzaa 7.5, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. The levels are different, isn't it?
Yeah. Like I think Kwanzaa was better, but I mean, you can if you think 7, then cool. But I feel like Kwanzaa was actually better in the game, personally. But
Yeah, I think Virgil's just too good, isn't it, bro? So he just had a nice day yesterday, bro. He made it easy for himself and that. And Kwanzaa was a bit more on the front foot of stuff, so which is natural. If you play right side centre back for Liverpool, it's natural. So yeah, give him a 7.
7. I'm good with that. Well done, Kwanzaa, outdoing Virgil this week. Robbo, what do you think of Robbo's performance yesterday? Actually, we didn't talk about him, but what do you think of his performance?
I thought he was good, man. I think Robbo's a weird one because sometimes I start thinking of this is the internet does this to me, bro. If Robbo does something wrong in the game, I start thinking of the fan base, bro. There was something he did in the game. It was like a pass that didn't reach anyone. Like he went to the Fulham play, and then straight away I'm like, "What man say Robbo's had a bad game now because he made a bad pass when there's a whole game." And it's weird because you feel like he could have done better on the goal, but he seemed the one who was trying to stop the goal more than anyone.
Yeah,
because first he pushed Muniz out of the way, then he was the one who was on the floor sliding to try and block it, bro. And I don't know what everyone else was doing. Probably go the same.
They kind of gave up. They just seemed like
they gave up, and he was just trying to dive in front of it still.
Yeah.
So I'll probably go 7. Yeah, but go 7. Go 7. It's calm. 7. He's been good since he's been back though. Robbo's been probably the most consistent since he's been back from injury. Yeah. Everyone else has still been up and down with performances and that. Gakpo's started to get better, but Robbo's been good since he's been back.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that's why he'll keep someone like Gomez out of the team.
Yeah.
For the time being. Endo was a weird one for me, man. I felt like he was good, but then at the same time, Donny looks tired though. Like at the same time, like he does look tired. He's playing a lot of games, man.
He does suffer from this year, and I know like we can't. The rules are the rules, like the ref makes rules and that. But he does suffer sometimes from people are actually fouling him. But when you've got a ref that's just going play on, it makes it look like Endo's done something wrong. There's a point where it looked like he got caught on the ball, and Gary Neville's like, Endo's been caught on the ball again. And then when it showed the replay, I said, they kicked him, bruv. What are you talking about?
I know exactly what you're trying to... Now, you see... Okay, so you see with that one, yeah? Yes, you could have given... He did kick him. But I feel like Endo gets into that problem a lot, though.
Oh, he does.
Like, because I almost feel like at times you don't take care of the ball well at times. And again, it's not consistently, but I see it creep in every now and again where I'm
he doesn't do well when the team's extra calm. He needs a bit of like chaos about the game because he's probably got his head on swivel more than anyone else on the pitch. But when the game's really calm and we've just got the ball, that's when he takes his time. And I think if you're another member of the other team, you're just like, that's the guy I'm targeting, bro.
Yeah.
Once he slows down, and I know this is true because this is what happened to McAllister when he was in the 6. Yeah, they're both the same, bro. When the game's too basic and too easy for them, they take their time, and then if someone just goes after them. So I think though, he really did have a different second half compared to his first. First half was like average. His second half was way better, bro.
Yeah. He only won 3 out of 10 ground rules.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him 6.5.
Yeah, I was just looking at the stats. Yeah, 6.5 I think is fair because he was better. Because if he continued in the same vein he did in the first half, I was looking at 5.5.
Yeah. That's why I said that. When people was on about where would you get a player next time? Sometimes when I say we should buy a player in this spot, it's not to get rid of the one who's already there. It's horses for courses, bro. Like I can tell you most games when he should play and when he shouldn't play.
Yeah.
Like example, Atalanta, it'd be pointless. It'd be pointless, bro. Like they're just gonna attack him and take the ball off him, bro, and he's not gonna move the ball forward quick enough.
Yeah. Fact.
If you want him to do a dead-on job or you want him to man mark someone out of a game, that's your guy.
Mm-hmm.
He did it to Rodri, bro, and De Bruyne.
Exactly.
So
but I feel like in those type of games,
exactly
that's where you would play him anyway.
But then for another guy, remember I mentioned who did I mention to you yesterday from Wolves? Somebody. I was on about 6. Traore, innit?
Oh, Traore,
Yeah.
was it?
And that's what I'm saying. Obviously there's difference with the kind of sixes and that. Some of them win the ball back, puff their chest out, and drag the ball forward and start making plays. And some win the ball back and give it to the centre back or give it to the left or right back and go back in, which is what Wataru does.
Yeah,
he's not progressive enough. But it's fine because that's the job he's got to do. And to be fair, it's worked out this season. Sometimes you have one who's overly progressive and just loses the ball straight away, and you're back where you started. So,
no, I agree. We go to Elliot. Next one up there.
6.
Well, he was, yeah. See, you literally took the words right out of my mouth. Pause. Like I was like, yeah,
they definitely got to him, bro. He looked like he was trying to do something, and then he started forcing certain things. He was in all the right spots as well, man. Like his movement was great, but then he'll get there and his shot was completely off. And then, like I said, there was a part where it felt like he knocked his confidence because when Salah came on, they put him back in the same spot in the box, and if he shapes his body to shoot this, it's probably a goal, and he passed it to Salah.
Yeah,
like a 2-yard pass, bro.
And I'm just like, brother, I thought we got rid of all of this kind of.
Yeah. And it's funny because you said it in the
we even spoke about it. Bro. Like,
was talking about when Salah's on the pitch, you just want to give the ball to Salah. It literally comes on and gives it straight to him. So
it's straight to Salah. I'm like, bro, like, listen, Salah, you're starting to annoy me because you're out here influencing other players, bro. Like, I just need you to come on and do your thing because your thing is better than worrying about Salah. Salah's a big boy. He can literally sort out himself. He don't need you to, to do whatever. You've got skills, you've got ability, you can play in the pockets of spaces, you can drift out wide like you did, obviously, with drifting out wide for Trent to cross that ball in for Diaz, where obviously he should have at least got it on target. Like, you can do those kind of things. You don't need Salah all the time to hold your hand, man. But yeah, I think 6 is calm. Gravers?
7.
7, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be real though, the 7's because of the goal. I would have given less than that if he didn't.
Same. Yeah. Probably would have been around the same as Harvey or just a bit better.
Just a bit better,
yeah.
Diaz playing out here on the right. I know Enz will be very happy.
I like this performance from Diaz, man. You saw less of him. 7, but I like this performance from him, man. You saw less of him because I don't know why. Because it's crazy. He moves over to the right, and all of a sudden, man don't want to pass the ball to the right. When that's where they normally pass the ball.
That's where they normally pass it.
But I thought he was good, man.
Yeah.
Like we spoke about Robinson and them on the left as much as we can already, bro. And he kept him busy, bro. He stopped him going forward. A lot more balanced. He wasn't too gun-ho in, like running like a crackhead all game. Picked his right times. Passing was decent. Should have got that shot on target, at least the header.
Should have, man. Definitely should have.
And that would have that would have finished off his game nice, bro, if he had scored that
exactly.
Exactly. But yeah, 7. It wasn't like some incredible performance. It was just good.
Yeah, it was just good. Yeah, and you know what? And obviously, I know we keep going on about Salah and stuff like that, but I do like the fluidity at times in terms of. I think I heard someone actually talking about it. I don't know if it's on a space or on a video. I like it. Maybe even you said it, but I like it if when Diaz is going out, as opposed to trying to cut in all the time. And when I heard that, I was like, you know what? It's actually true because it bugs me when he keeps cutting in, takes a shot, and it's like, bro, like you're not that type of guy. Like you're not the Robin where I'm like, yo, this looks like it's got more chance of going in, but you consistently keep doing it, and we just lose possession that way. Because if they block the shot, now they're on the attack, kind of thing. Whereas when he's going on the outside, and it is more about potentially putting the ball into the box for someone in there, or just playing with the ball, passing it around or whatever, I feel like he almost becomes a more well-rounded player. So
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
We might have that one day, man, when we go back
like
to
yes.
Yeah, when we go back to the left and right wingers not being inverted anymore, because obviously everyone's playing on the opposite foot on each side of the pitch, but surely we're going to go back to one day where the right winger plays on the right-footed person plays on the right side.
Football does go around in circles, so
it does, man.
Gakpo.
7.5. Could have been higher, but I think 7.5.
Yeah, thought it was a good performance
Same.
from Gakpo, bringing the ball up, dropping in when he needed to drop in as well. Again, I feel like it was a calm kind of performance from, and he looked lively. In other games, he has not looked lively. Like before he picked up this form, he didn't look like he just looked like he didn't believe in whatever it was he was trying to do. But now he really does believe, and it seems like maybe Klopp has given him a bit more confidence now, or he's just kind of picked that up himself. To be honest with you, but yeah,
Yeah.
he's looked good. He's looked good. And Jota, last one.
7, but it's because of the goal.
Yeah, I did not think that performance was good from him.
Yeah,
You know what he did? He did the Salah, which is your performance ain't even all that, but you got a goal.
But you got,
And the goal was good. So
and only he would have scored that goal as well.
he literally only him. As in Salah's left-footed, and I still would have been like, I don't know if you
He's just making yesterday. Jota was just making all the wrong runs, man.
Bro, wrong runs.
And he was doing the thingy thing.
Moving crazy.
He's doing that thing what he does, that when it works, it looks incredible. When it doesn't, because he dribbles like Suarez on it. So
yeah, he does.
How you just ignoring that there's a human in front of you and just go, I'm just gonna run through and hopefully it hits off your shin, bro. And he tried it. He tried it a couple of times, bro. And Tossin just looked at him like, "What are you doing, bro? Like, can you see I'm not? Can't you see I'm here and that, bro? Like, just stop."
Man said, "How you gonna act like there's not a human in front of you?"
Yeah, it's
bro?
crazy, bro.
It's
the
so
one thing
true,
he does do, though, Jota, is he does occupy the defenders at all times.
Yeah,
that's
he
one
does.
thing I'll give him. But his runs yesterday were just, I don't know. I mean, that run, that's why I'm saying he scores, because that's the one time he made a good run and it wasn't straight in a straight line. The rest of the times, bro, I'm just like, I was watching Gakpo's face like, big man, can you stop running in that position, bro? It's weird, bro.
Yeah, facts. No, facts. That's the compliment I said. Bro, there's a human here, you can't just run
human
through.
then, bro. Suarez used to be. I don't know how Suarez got away with that, though. I swear, man.
Bro, because I actually think, willpower and defenders just being scared at times plays a part in it.
Yo, the streets are saying that Suarez could not make a mermaid and that, bro. Like, it's crazy.
Listen, Suarez is different, man. He was different. But yeah, no, I agree. Savage. I think, that performance was it was the performance that you end up seeing from Salah, which is they don't really do nothing in the game, but he got the goal. So you're like, okay, cool, kind of thing. So we just kind of,
and it did feel like to break the little duck of the bad spell we've had over the last week or so.
Yes,
he didn't need. Although the performance was better than thought it was going to be, it didn't need a great performance. It needed a bit of like a couple weird goals. Yeah, you know what I mean, and just get over the line. And it was a bit better than I thought because the goals are decent, to be fair. So
and I think, like I said, with when I'm looking at Gravenberch and Elliott, in fact, when I look at the front five, should I say, the way that they played, I felt like at times it looked exciting. It did look exciting, passing the ball into the forward areas, trying to link up play, Gravenberch trying to link up play with Gakpo and then so on and so forth. It looked good at times, but then you also saw at other times you were like, what are you lot even doing? Like, what is this? Like, I don't even understand.
Some things I'm still hoping for from Gakpo, because when I was talking about him before he got to Liverpool, the one thing I knew about Gakpo is his shots were always on target, bro. Like they were just and
he did have that shot though that my man saved, which was
what he saved, and I've always wanted that, bro. Because you know how like we've all played it with. I mean, as Liverpool fans, you play against rivals, and there's always a player that you can identify in the odd team where you're like, no matter what happens, if this geezer shoots, it's on target, bro. I used to have that with Rooney. If he picks up the ball, I'm like, he's on target no matter what happens. Van Persie, it's on target. I don't know if it's going in, but it's causing so much. And I like that, man, because it makes people think. We had it with Coutinho in it before he left.
Yeah.
Where it's like he picks up the ball, he's hitting the crossbar, the keeper saving it, it's a goal, bro. It's not going wide, bro.
Yeah.
I missed that a little bit. So.
No, it's true. I don't really give ratings for subs sometimes because I'm just like, I don't really see the point of when you was on the bench.
The subs don't need any anyway, bro.
Yeah. I felt like they were all kind of, other than maybe Gomez, like the rest were kind of.
Yeah. I don't know what I can't lie, bro. I felt like the subs came on to try and lose us the game, bro. These man said, "Oh, you want to put us on the bench? Okay, let me just show you."
Yeah, bro. I promise you, that's how it felt.
McAllister and Szoboszlai both played through balls to Fulham, bro. For no reason.
I'm not even getting into that argument because
I don't know what Salah did, and Nunes just decided I'm hitting the side netting for my first. That's all he didn't have any intention of setting anybody up. Man just said, "Give me the ball, I'm hitting the side netting, bro." And I seen the Fulham man looking at him like, "Bro,
what was it? Was it that chance? There was one that he had, and I cannot remember who looked at him afterwards. Yeah. But someone looked at him. Someone from our team. I just remember looking at him thinking.
I think it was Gakpo stayed on, innit?
Let me double check. I can't remember.
Gakpo stayed on.
Yes. No. He came off actually 86 minutes. He came off 86 minutes.
But he was on the same time Nunes was on, though.
All three don't game off.
Because Nunes came on like 65th. I think it was him.
Yeah.
Looked at him like, what are you doing?
Bro, man, yeah. They're all kind of on for like.
Because he done the thingy, innit? He done the autism face when he got up, Nunes, and everyone was like, "No, not today, bro." Not today,
but someone looked at him and was like, Salah. It was Salah. Salah was the one who looked at him, and Salah, like the look that Salah gave, I was busted up, because Nunes just turned around, and I promise you, and this is what I said. Ends, big up you in the chat. This is what I said yesterday. Donny, I feel like he just doesn't even really get what's going on. I'm just like.
I can't lie, bro. When we win, bro, when we win the games, I don't mind the autism face. This shit just pops in my house. I'm in my house popping, bro, because I'm like, this man. If like flying was real and they said, "Oh, who's going to be the first man to fly in the Prem?" It'd be Nunes, because he wouldn't think about falling and hitting his face on the ground, bro, and dying. He's just like, "Oh yeah, there's a gap. I can score from here," and I'm like, "No, you can't, bro." No.
Like why? Like you know what I'm saying? Like what? Listen, man. Like I said, I ain't into crashing on Nunes because I can't be asked anymore. And we won 3-1, so I don't even care. But,
I love him, bro. Fucking hell, this geezer's so funny, bro.
Bro, he's funny. Like when he eventually leaves Liverpool, the compilations that you're gonna have, and I'm not even talking about missed chances. I'm just talking about like the funny moments of Nunes, bro. They're gonna be hilarious, bro. The face, the expressions, and some of the things that he's done. I'm just like I swear when he scored that goal against Nottingham Forest, didn't he have like a bit of an injury and he ended up kicking the board anyway with the foot? I was like, I just looked at him. I was just like, what? Again, Nunes, do your thing.
He doesn't have no like the man has. That's why that's you keep playing it before the thing. It kills me because I don't think he has any fear in life, bro. No. Like when we played Fulham the first game of the season, his first Prem game, and then he tries to back you, and it don't work. So he just does it again and he scores, bro.
Yeah,
in the 2-2 game, he doesn't give a shit, bro.
He just just like I said, the sense, the sense of awareness of this guy is
you know like years to come on, like because we get them now where you have compilations of top 100 Prem players or top 100 World Cup players, and it shows like these mad moments you forgot about. He's gonna have bare of them, bro. He's gonna have like screamers. Like Nunes will probably score from the halfway line for Liverpool at some point.
Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that.
But then there's compilations of him missing an open goal and hitting the post, bro. And I don't know what's worse about missing an open goal. Is it hitting the post or is it the fact that you missed the goal? I don't know which one's worse, bro. Because I'm like, why did you hit?
I'm trying to think. If you go around if you go around the keeper as an example, and then because you can hit the post if say like a chance gets like I don't know, the ball gets flashed across, the keeper's already out, and then you hit the post maybe because the angle was fair enough. If you miss the goal completely though, remember that you didn't even get it like on target at all. Like you actually just missed the whole goal. So that's when I'll get onto you big time because I'm like, bro, you can't miss the whole goal. Like that doesn't even make sense. You can hit a post, we'll still be vexed, but you got something on target. You can't miss a whole goal though. I'm sorry. That them kind of things.
I'm still trying to figure out to this day that one-on-one he had with Edison, and he chipped it and the ball went backwards, bro. I still can't figure it out. Like I'm good at science, bro. The physics don't make no sense. How did you chip the ball and it go backwards, bro?
Listen, I remember a game against. Sorry, I know this is a bit deep, but I remember a game against Manchester City last season, and I just remember it wasn't even that moment. There was a next moment when it was running through on goal, and I just remember it's at Anfield where we obviously won 1-0, and I just remember he was running through on goal, and I just remember thinking to myself, oh yeah, all he's got to do is literally just passes to Salah. Salah can score, then we win 2-0. Like that's it, game done. He did something else, and I just remember sitting there thinking, nah. Like you're tapped if your thought process was to do what you just did there.
Yeah. But, and the worst thing about the one when he went around, I think it's the Brathwaite goal and it went around him and hit the post is he did everything before that so good. All of a sudden he looked techie, bro. And then I'm like, no way, he just hit the post, bro.
And you know the maddest one is when he hit the post against Ajax. When he hit the post
the Ajax one defies logic, bro, because it doesn't look like it's possible.
Yeah, bro. I was like, when I've already, when you think, oh yeah, this is a goal, so you kind of like look a bit away from the TV, or I look at the score. So I'm thinking, because I like to see when do they change the score? Do they change it straight away, or do they wait, kind of thing? So I was looking at the thing, and then everyone was just standing still. Like everyone was just standing still. So I was like, what?
That's what happened with me last week when I thought that Jones scored against Palace, bro. I thought it was a goal.
Yes. Same thing.
I got up to go make a drink, bro. I started walking off.
Bro, you've got like a minute or two to just get up and do something before they kick off again. Yeah, of course. 100%. 100%. Savage, when I'm back, I'll shout Mike and ask him out the mandem who does Nunes remind you of? Bet you, he says my boy Dan. What you saying? Well, your Dan's like Nunes? I can't play with something like that, man. That's all long.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. This is Prem football where man get paid millions of pounds, bro. If this is Sunday League, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, like man might get left. You know when everyone's got to get in everyone's car. No one's letting.
Oh no. You're taking bus, bro. Yeah, you're taking bus. In fact, you know what? Man's taking your Oyster card. You can just take the. you can bop. Like I'm not really trying to argue with you on them ones. I hate the Brav card. This dude, 0 out of 10 or 10 out of 10 concedes a stupid ass goal every game. I miss Nick.
That is the Bravka is really good or not. Although when we played Newcastle that overtime, it was Pope who ran out the goal and tried to take out Salah in it.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Guys, if you got any questions or anything like that, drop them in now. I'll go through them quickly and then we'll head out here in like 2-3 minutes. But yeah, in terms of the game, just kind of like a final thoughts on the game. Listen, it's good to get back to winning ways in the Premier League because the last couple of games it's not really been so good. And I think it was just important, especially because Arsenal obviously won their game against Wolves away. So you're looking at it thinking, all right, well, we do need to get a win. And like what Trent said in the interview about when one team plays first and, if they win or lose or whatever, it might have an effect on you in some way. 100%, man. I think it does. I think when you're this close, especially to the end of the season, knowing that every point is vital, I think it will play a part. So.
Yeah, you have that feeling as a fan. Look how light the fan base feels after one game.
Bro, it's like when you take a dump and you just been
before the Fulham game, man said, "Fuck the league. I'm not watching football anymore. Get Klopp out, burn his shirt, everything, bro."
David Beckham settings, bro.
Yeah. Now it's just back to like, oh well, maybe if we can do this, man. I think it's important. Try because we played before, and obviously Arsenal's got Chelsea this week. If Chelsea can be clinical, then you never know with them games, isn't it? So then it's like, make sure you're 4 points ahead of City by the time they play. There's still cities to lose, and they're way more experienced than everyone at winning.
But it will be pressure still. It will still,
of course, it feels a lot different. We've had that before in the past when we've had games in hand, but it's a lot to win them because instead of winning 8 games, it's like we still got to win 10. And I'm like,
what? Yeah, so, that number can look very, 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 very big. Honestly, asking a question: do you guys think Klopp did with Ryan what he did with Curtis Jones, Fabinho, Robbo? Let them play a couple of games and then be like, now I can see what you need to work on. What do you think?
Kind of, but only with Gravers, he got injured in it.
Yeah,
so
he did.
But yeah, there might be a point. I mean, it's a little bit different for Klopp as well because it's his last season, so. He can't really afford to do that too much because a new manager might just come and say, "No, you're not good enough." Very true. I think he's tried his best to help him out, but injuries didn't help. He was fine, and then he was going to play. Remember, he was going to play in the League Cup final. Well, he did, and he got injured straight away. That's when he got injured against Chelsea. So, yeah, man, he brought him in for a reason. Let's see what he can do, man. Like the one thing with Gravenberch and that, which I have to remind myself, not because of the way I speak about him, but just look at him. He doesn't look his age in it. Mm-hmm. And I keep forgetting, bro. I keep thinking the man's 27, bro.
I promise you, with these footballers, bro. I don't know, maybe football just ages you, but some of these man just look like, unless you're Willian, where you can just keep to the same. But he almost come like, I know we keep referencing Dragon Ball Z. You know, in Dragon Ball Z, obviously they do grow until they get to a certain age, and then they stay the same. But they actually do get older, but it's like it's not relative to the time. Like Goku might be 57, for example. And it won't be till he's like, I don't know, 85. Will you actually see him start to actually even get a little bit older in that kind of sense? So yeah, it sometimes it's just like that. Yo, Savage, are you doing a Real Sociedad v Madrid watch along this Friday, or do you want to join his channel? I think he's potentially doing the.
I don't even know if I've got enough time on Friday to do a watch along. To be honest, I've got it written down, but I doubt I've got enough time. I did yesterday's because it was our Classico, in it, but
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
I don't know, man. But I'll check out anyway, Steve. See what.
Yeah, no. Next season, I need to. The thing is, I commend you people who do the watch alongs because at times I'm like, but at the same time, you're not doing a Liverpool watch along. So I almost feel like, without sounding rude, I almost feel like it's a bit better because you're doing Real Madrid as opposed to Liverpool. So you've got the ties there, but there's not that much of a tie. Like yesterday's one that you did, like I thought, like this one's actually kind of calm. Like, I mean, it's not like
because the people are trying to troll me if, for example, if Madrid was losing. None of them even care about La Liga, bro. So I don't.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's like I don't really even care.
It's not like the Valencia fans trolling me and I'm like, all right, okay, you don't care, bro.
You don't really care. So
the only problem I have with Liverpool watch-alongs is, once you tell people you're gonna do it, you have to commit to it, innit? And there's 38 games in a season, bro.
That's a lot.
It takes up so much time, bro. Like you think about doing that and after like a review show or player ratings after. It's nearly like 4 hours of your time, bro. And if conversation's flowing, it could be 5, bro. And it's like I don't mind it, but then you'll have a weekend coming up, and then you have to tell them, "No, we're gonna do the watch along today because blah blah blah." It's just long, bro.
Nah, facts. Question: why always at the end of the season Klopp decides to switch things up, and it works? It's true. Last season, he switched up the formation and kind of tactics. We ended up winning all those games. This season. Well, I mean, he hasn't started it yet. To be fair,
to be fair, he's been switching up the team the whole season, isn't it?
Exactly. So I think it's
only what's missing from Klopp over the last few months. And I know people started moaning about it, but let's be honest, they're moaning in hindsight. Why you stop playing the youngsters? Because the first team came back, bro. That's what happens in every. That's what happened in every club, bro.
Literally, I feel like that was always gonna.
Yeah, of course it was.
Kind of thing that was gonna happen. So
I told man why the youngsters were there. When the man them are back, bro, there ain't no space for Bobby Clark and them, man. It's not their fault. It's just the natural order of things, isn't it?
No, that's facts. That is facts. A couple more questions, and then we will get out of here. Question: if Arsenal lose versus Chelsea and we win our game and go 4 points ahead of City, is the pressure on us or them?
It's them.
Yeah.
Man, pressure's on them. Pressure on Liverpool from our own fan base and that. But if everyone said they give up after the Crystal Palace game, then you shouldn't care about it now. Don't worry about it. Just relax on it.
Very, 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 very true. Ends in his agendas. If it's to sell Nunes, who would you get to replace him? I'm gonna say find that out this summer when we do the transfer.
Yeah, find out in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z, man.
Yeah, literally. Question: would you keep the same front three for Everton? Tune in this Wednesday to find out my match preview as to who will be in the starting lineup for my predicted lineup. I'm not gonna give you that easy content. Basically, that's the whole show done. No, I mean, there'd be no point in me doing it now. Question: Roma versus Bologna today as well. Any predictions? I will go with Roma.
I got 1-1.
No.
I got 1-1.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll go with a draw actually. Sorry, I said that too quickly. I'll go with a draw.
London's been good, man.
Yeah. I like the way that you know what? I actually started to read into Motta the way that he plays.
It's good, isn't it?
They play all right. I can't even lie. Listen, don't be fooled, man. I saw something about Edwards and like the board might potentially make a decision for the club that might not be a popular one, but it will be the right one. So who knows? I'm not saying he's not popular or unpopular, but it could just be them left signings that you just we get a manager that you didn't even think of. Like you didn't even think we'd even go for someone like him.
Yeah, man.
Not saying that he'd be the one. But guys, that's it there. That is the match reaction done and dusted. Big up everybody who's been in the building. Please make sure before you head out, if you haven't done so already, make sure you do smash the likes. Savage, have you got anything popping today, tomorrow, whatever?
No, the Prem games are from tomorrow and Arsenal Chelsea. I don't know for the rest of the day, man. I got a couple of clients and that. If I've got time later, I might throw like a hangover extra in just to chop up some football stuff. But if not, then yeah, be back with wrestling tomorrow and then whatever else, bro. It's busy, man.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man. We gotta get that money, man. Pay them bills. Later on today, at 7:30 p.m., I will be doing this. I will be doing is the Premier League overrated? So after the stream is done, it will redirect you straight to that stream. just click a like. That's all you got to do. Before we even start the show, just click the like button. I think it should be a good show. Obviously, hoping if Savage is available, Savage will be there. Steve, again, whoever's available, just jump in. We'll have a chat. Just talking about all the top 5 leagues in regards to their teams, the players, looking a little bit back at history in regards to, the competition. So the Champions League, the UEFA Cup, as I used to remember. Remember it being called Europa League, all competitions, man, and just really having a chat, because us as Premier League fans, we're always talking about the Premier League's the best, it's the best, it's the best. But do we mean it's just the most competitive, or do we genuinely believe that it is actually
It's the most dramatic, bro? That's Nottingham, bro.
This is what I'm saying. So
I just say as well. Why
on,
one for Neville and Carragher yesterday, bro? Stop the foolishness, bro. We got Louis Saha standing there like Joe and that with the glasses, bro.
I didn't understand, like, why do you have glasses on? Like, but I don't know.
Man had the glasses and a big coat like it was an R&B music video, bro.
Yeah, it didn't make no sense, bro. It didn't make no sense.
I didn't like the way that Neville and Carragher were protecting the PFL moment yesterday, but it's ridiculous, man. If anyone won't watch that video clip, just go on YouTube and watch the Sky Sports clip. They're damn near trying to Neville, when Saha says, but it's not fair though, like every week we say they need to do better and nothing happens to get away with it. And then he's like, what are you proposing then? They were like, oh, you can't say stuff like we're looking to review our options. There ain't no more options and that. And I'm like, bruv, what do you want them to do? There was 3 decisions that went against them, and we all know 3 of them were wrong, bruv, and they lost the game, and they're in the relegation zone. What are you talking about? When they're in the championship, you saying sorry to them ain't gonna help them, bro.
Nah, it's facts.
I couldn't believe it, the way they were speaking, especially Neville, bruv. The protection he was trying to give them and that. He said that Thingy should resign, Mark Clattenburg, from his role at Nottingham. He said that they should apologise, and he said Nottingham should be ashamed of themselves, bro. I'm like, what about the fans who paid their money, bro, and got cheated, bro? Like,
and this is what I'm saying. And the fact that, like, listen, look, I get it, because obviously everyone's saying, well, some people are saying, oh, that's a bit unprofessional, and I get that side. Yes, it is, but understand that if they go into that extreme length to even be unprofessional, as you called it, there must have been a reason why.
Gary Neville said, this when Saha asked him, so what should they do then? They said, oh, I should do it the old school way. What we used to do is the club would back the manager if in case he gets a fine or anything, and then the manager would have an interview and he'll tell us that he wasn't happy with the referee decisions and stuff. How is that professional compared to putting a statement out? Isn't that more unprofessional that you've gone on TV to start talking rubbish, bro? Because usually when you go on TV to start talking stuff, you don't have the evidence with you, bro.
One sec.
Whereas they've got Clattenburg and they've got whoever behind the scenes to look at the stuff and go, no, they've told us these decisions are wrong. Okay, well, now we're going to say something.
Mark Clattenburg must
we did the same thing,
resign
and Neville said the same thing then as well. When Liverpool said we'll look into it further with the Diaz thing,
because
and they said the same thing then. You can't say that you're looking into it further. Why can't we, bro? You just told us that you deleted us, bro. You just told us that.
No, that's true.
It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. Not making any excuses as a Liverpool fan. You know what I mean? Matip kicked the ball in the back of the net at the end of that game. But in all fairness, that if that's the case, then 2-2 and it, not 2-1. What if the season ends by 1 point? It matters, bro. It does matter. So they can't be doing this, man. They're disgusting, bro.
No,
let man have freedom of speech and talk how they want to speak, bro. Shutting down Saha and that because asking questions on behalf of the fans.
And let me play this clip. Let's play it from the.
Mark Clattenburg must resign tonight. He must resign from his job at Nottingham Forest.
Why?
Because if he sees those words go out which question the integrity and essentially call a VAR official a cheat because he supports a certain club, then he's supporting what's being said. And he would basically lose all credibility, I think, with referees in the game. He should stand down tonight and distance himself from that statement, in my opinion.
Well, we know, Gary, you know something about the workings of football clubs at the...
Mark Clattenburg must...
Right. Like I said, man, or like Savage said, man, allow people to feel how they... You know, like I always joke with you and Ends when you're doing the call-in, bro, allow people to feel how they want to feel at the end of the day, because the reality is you're talking about these kind of... And to be honest, forget even that it's like teams of relegation battles. This is for everybody.
Everyone...
this can, as Savage said there, this affect this. If Liverpool lose out by 1 point, like let's just say it's just 1 point as an example, bro, there's gonna be arms house
Exactly, bro.
when we're going through these kind
Don't
of
get me
things.
wrong. If we lose by 1 point, I won't use the Spurs game as an excuse.
Yeah, of course not. Of course not.
But it does matter, bro. Just like people are not thinking of the trickle down effect, bro. If that happens to a team that's gonna get relegated, bro, what happens when people get relegated? Well, your team lose money and people lose their job, bro.
Yeah,
we've seen it loads of times in that. So when Sheila at the canteen, oh, we're gonna cut your hours in that, bro, because yo, these man ripped you off and we couldn't stay in the league. But at least, but what they do know, what the fan base do know, and the staff know is, if our team just gets relegated, I possibly could lose my job because of money. They're already aware of that, bro. If my team gets cheated and relegated, and I can possibly lose my job, it's taking the piss, bro.
Yeah.
And there's only 5 games left, and Nottingham and Everton are right next to each other in the table, bro.
Well, they were, like I said yesterday, they were only a point away from each other,
bro.
In that game.
Bro.
So
and
it was
Nottingham
5
would have won that game.
one, they would have leaped over Everton. So that's mad. That's mad.
Yeah, exactly, bro. And now Everton's 4 points ahead of Nottingham.
Exactly.
With a game in hand. With a game in hand, bro.
That's mad. That's mad.
Brutal, bro.
Hey, listen, man. We'll talk in later. Obviously, if you do a hangover, then of course, we'll potentially chop it up there. But yeah, guys, make sure you, of course, smash the like. As I said before, 7:30 p.m. we will be there, talking about the top 5 leagues, and then of course I'll be back tomorrow morning. I've got a good one actually for tomorrow. I've got a real good one. Talking about, let me see if I can find it. Talking about not just these 3 players, but Liverpool fans in general. Check out the notifications. It's already up there. It's already scheduled for tomorrow, 10:30. We're going to call this one Flip Flops. We're going to call this one Flip Flops. Player FC. So yeah, that one, I think that one's going to be a real good conversation. Anyway, so yeah, make sure you tune in for that. But everything's already on my YouTube already. It's already been scheduled. So make sure you guys check that out and smash the like and join in the conversation. And of course, have your say. Savage, myself, G, we are outie.